Miracle Hill Ministries is changing one of its policies to allow Catholics to take part in foster care. The nonprofit's been scrutinized for only working with people who share their same beliefs. 7 News reporter Nikel Smith joins us now to talk about that decision. Nikel.
Yeah, Gordon, this affects the foster program and employees. Miracle Hill leaders say they did not want the nonprofit being at odds with other Christians. But some say the new policy change is not enough.
We are a Christian organization.
The Protestant nonprofit Miracle Hill Ministries is changing its policy to allow other Christian families to take part in its foster care program, including Catholics.
Helping the vulnerable in our community, making a difference for them, and we know that we can do that with greater strength as we work with fellow followers of Jesus Christ.
A Simpsonville mother is accusing the federally funded foster agency of not working with her because she is Catholic. She filed a lawsuit challenging a waiver granted to Miracle Hill Ministries earlier this year.
We expected lawsuits, but we didn't expect a lawsuit that would be about religion. And so for us, we were grieved that it appeared that we were in a fight with other followers of Christ.
Their beliefs are outlined in their doctrinal statement, which also says, quote, God's design for marriage is the legal joining of one man and one woman, meaning LGBTQ couples are still excluded.
As a queer person of color, it sounds very familiar in terms of we have the right not to serve black people. Discrimination is discrimination. I'm a Christian, and I don't operate in that space. You know, the Jesus I know was about love.
Caldwell says Miracle Hill protecting its religious freedom is only hurting children who need foster homes.
There are many longitudinal studies done. What we found time and time again is that children raised in same-sex households fare as well as those raised in heteronormative.
So Americans United for Separation of Church and State is filing the lawsuit against the state and federal government, not naming Miracle Hill. And they say, quote, it's about the constitutional violations of licensing taxpayer-funded agencies to deny services based on religious beliefs. And they say these violations remain with or without the new policy, Gordon.
There are countless foster children who need a family to move into. Where else can someone who maybe is of the Jewish faith or who happens to be gay go in and take in one of these children?
Well, of course, they can go through DSS. That's probably the state agency that operates this the most. Miracle Hill helps out with that, but DSS is probably the main one.
All right. Nikel, thank you.